Hey, this is Donovan ATTERBERRY. Come check out Poetic Montage at BrandonCarter211.com.
What was your process like writing this book?
The book was more so coming from a series of events in my life over a course of time. I actually started writing years ago. I always had in my mind I wanted to put out a book about my life story, but poetically. Um, Started around, I would say I started writing around 2010. But when I actually started writing the book, which was in 2017 in November, I wound up scrapping all my material and started fresh. So that's around the time that I started writing it.
How did you find the discipline that it took to write a book?
Um, it's just something that you feel, I guess. It's almost like writing a song. I guess when you know you have to get something out that you know somebody else or other people is feeling, I constantly write because I'm not like a great communicator. I strive to be one, but I'm not a great one. So I just fell in love with writing ever since I was in the third grade. I remember the teacher. She gave me my first journal, and I wrote in it every day. My mom gave me a journal, but you know how moms is, they go through my stuff, and you know she took it from me. But that teacher got me start writing. So writing has always been a part of me. So it didn't take a lot for me to actually write.
Now, you say you wasn't a great communicator. Why would you say that about yourself? What makes you a not great
'Cause
communicator?
I just don't talk about my feelings.
Why?
Honestly, I don't want to be cliche and be like, oh, I'm a dude. It's not that. It's just kind of like I was put in positions where I couldn't talk. You know, so being a child experiencing certain things and you know you can't really say nothing because it's not going to change, I just kind of found another way to deal with my emotions. So my first initiative is not always to talk about how I feel, especially when I don't understand how I feel. And I'm one of them type of people. I'm not going to talk about stuff I don't understand to further confuse the situation. Like, if I don't understand it, you're not going to understand it. So why even say anything to begin with? And most times, in the process of me trying to understand, I let it go. So then I never talk about it.
As an adult, how did you help better to develop better communication skills?
Listening. Just listening to other people about my communication skills and, you know, just acknowledging that, you know, I am a bad communicator. And that takes a lot of trust. You have to trust the judgment of that person, meaning they have maintained the boundaries that you set, they respect you, and they haven't crossed any lines. So it's easy when you meet the right person.
What has poetry meant for you as an art form?
Um, just a public display of affection for whatever I feel in that moment. Um, Poetry allows me to revisit the moment that I wrote, whatever I wrote. It's kind of like if you hear an old song, you can actually visualize where you was at when you heard it or how you felt or whatever point you were in life. That's what poetry is for me. Like, it's just, I don't know what other poets use it for, but I use it for just plain self-expression and how I feel.
Do you remember the first time you got on stage to recite your poetry?
Man, that was trash, y'all. Oh my God.
Experience.
I was at I am 216 up there in Wycliffe. It's like in a hotel or whatever. And I didn't memorize my poem or nothing, yo. I had my iPad. It was kind of a sexual poem, but I had just wrote it so it was fresh on my mind or whatever. So I said it, and man, it was like duds, man. Nobody, no class, no nothing. But it was my first time. And I kind of took that L, but I took it in stride, you know. I knew, like, I should memorize my shit.
Do you remember the first time you read your poem and got an amazing response from it when you're on stage?
Yeah, I knew what it felt like. I knew when I did good. I remember how it felt. It felt like, as a performer, period, even if you sing, you know when you killed that shit and when you didn't. Even within yourself, even if the crowd is clapping, you know if you did good or not. You know if you missed a line or you said something wrong. So, like, the first time I actually knew I did good, I just revisited the moment where I actually wrote the poem, like what I was feeling and all the other stuff.
Do you have a favorite poem that you've written?
No, I don't put any I don't do my poems like kids, or I do them like kids, I guess, because my mother didn't love none of us more than she loved the other. So I don't feel obligated or any poem I actually just put up on that pedestal. I probably never get like that about any piece of art. Even if I write, draw a painting or whatever, I'm not the type of person. I feel like as you change, the art changes. You lose attachments, from your first work to your current one.
What do you want people to take from your book?
That you are a makeup of your life experiences, and you can change anything based upon that. I mean, I heard a quote recently where it was like, your past can be a ladder, or it was something else. But it's the whole point is that you can either propel or you can digress. Like, you can take it and go somewhere, or you cannot. And I felt like me writing it was supposed to be an inspiration to others. Dedicated the book to my mom because, she was like the focal point in the story because she was my parent. She went through shit, so I went through shit. But I wanted people to realize, like, and this is a book for people of our community, and anybody that's impoverished or just in fucked up situations where you can't control the outcome. So take those experiences and build from them instead of, getting under it. That's the whole point of the book.
How can people get your book?
You can get my book either directly from me on IG at RNS_Donnie or Poetic _MONTAGE, or you can go to Amazon and look my book up by name, Donovan Atterberry, last name ATTERBERRY. So you can get the e-reader, you can get the physical copy, and you also can get it from me directly. If you get it from me directly, I'll give you a sticker, a business card, and I'll sign the book for you.